Hi everyone. So I want to talk to you today about some new research I've been looking at to do with time-restricted feeding. So first of all, how is that different to intermittent fasting? Well, the difference is that intermittent fasting is just about, kind of the length of time you don't eat for. And time-restricted feeding is has more of a focus on the times that you eat. Okay, so here's what the research says, and I have to just say before we start, it's funny, once again, it's a kind of a bit of the case of the science is finally catching up with the wisdom that we've had for years and years, and it does really make sense when you hear it. So time-restricted feeding, okay, it turns out there are some new really interesting studies which have kind of come out in the last sort of 6 months to a year that suggest very strongly that actually if you are going to skip a meal during the day, if you're going to choose a time of the day to eat, it's really important for your health and has way more potent effects on things like improving metabolic health, weight loss, if that's one of your goals, improving sleep, improving glucose metabolism, reducing pain and inflammation, all of these things. If you eat basically during the times of natural daylight and you don't eat, you absolutely avoid eating when it's dark. And if you think about it, that makes perfect sense, because as ever, that really plays into these kind of survival mechanisms that we would have had when we were hunter-gatherers, still living in caves, not living in our lovely comfy heated houses with lights and, sat watching Netflix at night. And I'm sure none of you do this, but, sat watching Netflix at night, eating ice cream or having a little snack, even if it's a little low carb snack late at night because you suddenly get the munchies. So it turns out that, eating when it's dark has a negative impact on health, really what that's looking like. And that if you can just contain the times when you eat to times when it would naturally be light outside, you'll see better results from the things that you're doing already. So if you want to discuss this more, either ask me or post a comment in the thread below and we'll get a conversation going. It also backs up what I tell those of you who work nights, even though we so rely on those people who work nights. It's incredibly bad for your health. And this would kind of, help us to understand a bit more, really, this research into time-restricted feeding, why that might be. Okay, see you all soon. Bye, guys.